Welcome to another episode of the Everyday Guy podcast. I am your host, Rudy Marquez. We have episode 29, and the title of this episode is called Legacy. So, this kind of came up, me thinking about legacy. I watched a movie called The King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson and Bill Burr and that chick that's always in movies. I can't remember. Marissa Tomei. Who else was in that movie? Oh, fucking Action Bronson was in there. He was so funny. He's just random ass part. But it was made by Judd Apatow. And he's the guy that made, what was it? Funny People. He made, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This is 40. What was that other movie? Something Guy, where Paul Rudd is looking for a best friend or something. Or a best man for his wedding. I forgot the fucking name of that movie. Best man. Something like The Best Guy. I don't fucking know. But it was him and Jason Segel or some shit. Really funny movies though. Judd Apatow's really, really funny, man. And he always has his daughter or his wife or both his daughters in the movies. Maud Apatow. I don't know why I say it like that, but fuck it. Really good movie. Check it out. So there's a part in the movie that Pete Davidson's talking about his father who's deceased and hearing like the real stories about his father. And his father passed away when he was a kid, so he had a lot of struggles. It's a movie I can relate to, dude. Big time. Like the antidepressant scene. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm on antidepressants and it's horrible, dude. And I think I have Crohn's disease because my stomach is atrocious, man. I can't eat anything. My stomach's always upset. I don't know what's up with me, but his depressive patterns and his outbursts are so similar to what I went through when I was a little younger and up until recently, to be honest. But it's so relatable to me. But anyways, so he's talking to his mom about his father, and they were just having a great conversation about them, and it got me to thinking about legacy and what's going to be left after me and what's going to be said after me. What stories are going to be passed down to my daughters, and what picture is she or my daughters going to make of me when I'm gone? That's a real fucking heavy thing to think about, to be honest with you. Legacy, man. What do you want to be known for? After it's all said and done, you're dead. I don't believe in an afterlife. It just ends. It goes black. You're fucking out. But all your memories, all the time you spent on this fucking earth, those things are still memories in someone's head, a loved one's head. So when people ask of your legacy or who you were, what are they going to say about you? What the fuck would they say about me? I have a few ideas of what they'd say about me. Confused and complicated, man. Always contemplating. Always thinking. I can't stop. There isn't a medication I found that can stop me from thinking. And not that I don't want to think. It's just sometimes I want to think a little less. Because it overtakes my fucking life sometimes, and it'll make me irrational. And even if it's a thought pattern that's not good for me, I won't be able to recognize it, and I'll just go down that thought pattern. I don't want to do that. So I want my daughters to know that their father was, yes, complicated, and yes, always thinking. But there was never a moment that I ever stopped loving them, stopped caring for them, stopped having fun with them. There'll never be a moment. I'm always going to be in their life. And even when I'm dead and gone, they can listen to this. They can watch me. They can have these videos, all these audio logs. They can have all of this. They can hear who their father really was. Through all the bullshit, through all the drinking, through the fucking opioids, through all the bullshit I went through, who was he? Because those things did not define who I was. They just got me through a moment. Now, I'm not saying all my moments are gone, that it's smooth sailing from here. Dude, I'm a realist, man. You know, bills are still gonna keep coming, stresses are gonna keep coming, arguments are gonna happen, strains on friendships and relationships are gonna happen, and life continues. So I want my daughters to know that, yeah, their dad went through some crazy doors. Door 1, 2, 3, and 4. But he walked out of each one with a new purpose, new perspective. And regardless of what anyone may say about me when I'm gone, I know I'm a good man, and I can speak for myself here. I try every day to be a good person. It's hard. It's very hard. My upbringing, my experiences, my thoughts, my beliefs, they all clash sometimes. And sometimes I wanna be so eager into making, let's say, money. I want to make money, and there's a lot of different routes I can go down. And whether they're good, bad, or all the above, like, they're things that I'm going to go through. I have to be a better person. Like, I have to be a better person, because it's my daughters, dude, and in the end, it's going to be that legacy, that memory. What are they going to remember their father for? Being in trouble, trying to make money, but didn't do things the right way? Is that what I want to be known for? Maybe when I was 20, I didn't know my place in the world, so I wanted to be that tough dude, a dude that nobody fucked with. But that can only last so long. It's just a facade. For some men actually live that life. Some men are dedicated to that life. And more power to them if they make it work. Fuck it, man. I can't hate on that shit. But for me, my 2 daughters are my world. And I want to leave them with the greatest memories and thoughts that their father has. And that'll be through this podcast, really. And if it doesn't take off, if it doesn't, become successful or advantageous for myself, I'll always have this for my daughters to listen anytime they want, even if they don't want to, even if they're angry at me, they're mad at me, they can still hear my voice. And that means a lot to me. So that's a big reason I do the podcast. However, I think of legacy. I think of what I'm going to leave behind. And I'm not a rich man by any means. Everything you see here is really just pieced together over months' time, years' time, because like this laptop I've had forever, all this stuff I've collected and most donated, and I'm not a rich person, so I of course I want to leave money for my daughters, and I want to move forward in life and progress. However, if I'm unable to, for some reason, provide that financial growth for my kids, I want them to know who their father was and is. So that's, again, a big reason why I do the podcast, and making sure I leave this legacy behind for my daughters. This legacy that no matter what, you keep moving forward, girls. Don't stop. Don't wait for anyone. Create your own path in life. You two are strong, beautiful, very willed girls. Do not let anyone get in your way, not even yourselves. So you push forward, never quitting, always progressing. You're gonna fall, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna get scraped up. Stuff's gonna happen. But you gotta get back up. Don't ever let it keep you down, no matter what it is. There's no excuse for that. No excuse. So you get back up, you keep pushing forward. I'll always be right by your side, supporting you 100%. And I'll come across and I'll let you know when I think you're wrong. And we can talk about it. But just know that your father comes. If there's only anything I can come with, it's with love. And kinship. I want to find the similarities in you girls and my daughters. I don't want to just be that provider, that guy in the house. I want to be more than that. I want to be a true presence in their life, a positive presence that they can look at and like, that's my dad. That's not my friend. That's my father. They show me the respect I deserve, and I give them the respect they deserve. And we have fun along the way. I'm a kid, man. I'm a fucking kid. There were a lot of parts of my childhood that I spent stressed out about some family issues, or trying to be a father to my nephew who was coming up and didn't really have everything that he should have when he was coming up. And so when I get the chance to be a kid, I'm a fucking kid, dude. I'm a kid. I love being outside. I love just messing around. I love being in a garage. I love being in a front yard or a backyard. I don't care. Riding scooters, bikes, skateboards, whatever's around. You want to kick a ball, hit a ball, shoot a ball, whatever you want. I like that shit. That's my childhood to me. And that's what my girls will know. My girls don't play video games. I don't play video games. Call of Duty and I don't know what's out, Halo and shit. I don't know. I don't play any video games. I don't hate on dudes that play video games. It's just never been my thing. But if it's yours, that's fucking tight. But not for me. Like, I just don't do it. And my daughters aren't around it, obviously, since I'm never doing it. And yeah, they don't play video games. They like being outside sometimes too much. I'm like freaking exhausted, dude. It's tiring being like an active dad. Being out there running around with the kids, like, I enjoy that. I get exhausted and I get tired. And hell, I'll even get frustrated. But I mean, who doesn't get frustrated sometimes with their passion? You know, passion is supposed to challenge you and drive you. Passionate about my kids, man. I'm a good fucking father. I try to be. I spent a lot of years telling myself I was a horrible father. But really, I'm just a normal, everyday guy, man. Just a normal father, dude. And, I go through the same emotions and thoughts as most of you guys. Sometimes my shit is off the fucking rails, dude. And sometimes my mind takes me to some very dark and terrible places that I hate going to. But that's my mindset, you know. And sometimes I'm very rational and reasonable, and I can make a decision that's clear, focused, and, you know, well explained and well executed. I can work with people extremely, extremely well. No matter the mood I'm in, I can turn that off. Over the years, I'd never had that ability. You know, it's not something I've had all my life. It's something I definitely picked up more recently than most. But I enjoy it, and I enjoy being with people. But dude, I can't deny that I don't have some crazy thoughts sometimes. I go through it. I go through the darkness, peaks and valleys, you know. For me, I've had valleys that lasted like fucking months, dude. Months. Just like in the same pity and miserable fucking mood and just disgust with yourself. You're fat, you're disgusting, you're sweating beer out, you smell like cigarettes all the time, you look disgusting, like a big grease ball. Like, your beard couldn't grow enough to hide your chins, dude. And I just got tired of that shit. I for some of you who don't know, I haven't had a drink in like a year. Next month, oh shit, next month, today's June 30th. Tomorrow, it'll be a month without drinking, dog. So big ups to me. You know, I wasn't like a crazy alcoholic. I don't think I went through withdrawals. I just went cold turkey and told myself like it's not working for me, dude. But there were some crazy times where I really wanted a beer and like craved one. But really, they were no more than a handful of times, and that was it. I enjoy being around alcohol. I noticed I like buying alcohol as gifts. My buddy, big sponsor of the show, Downey Dave's barbershop, I bought him a Pendleton whiskey. And I know his brother, an owner of the shop, he enjoys a good whiskey, so I really hope they enjoy it. I went to Havasu, and the people that we were with, I brought them a bottle of that Proper 12 Conor McGregor whiskey. So he had some of that, man. He got twisted on it, but he had a great time. So that's my thing, man. I'll bring alcohol to every party and shit. I would love to learn how to bartend, for reals. Like, but I don't know if I have the patience for it. But only like bartend, like for my friends and shit, not like work as a bartender. I think I'm too. I think I'm becoming too. What is that word called? Introverted. Yeah, I'm becoming very introverted. And not putting myself out there as much, other than through the podcast. And when I have the feelings of doing it, honestly, sometimes I'm just not in the mood to be enthusiastic. I'll edit my videos randomly due to my mood sometimes, because it's hard for me to get motivated when I have a lot of other things on my mind. Like, I have a 9-to-5, so I work. I spend my time 9 to 5 working. I don't do anything for the podcast, and after which, like, I like to kind of decompress and unwind a little bit, dude. And then kind of get into the podcast, but I can't spend every night on it. I got 2 daughters. I got a fiance. I got to make sure my time is spread out evenly, you know, because I want to fill those relationship buckets. You know, I call them buckets. You got to put that money in the bucket, man. You guys are going to hear more about that when I go into personal finance, but you got to put more in the bucket, and that goes for relationships. So, you want something out of your relationship, you got to put in that time and effort. And if you're not, you're going to get dick out of it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to be so harsh about it, but it's the fucking truth. If you're not putting the time in the relationship, man, you're going to get the same shit you're putting in. Nothing. For reals, man. Putting this nothing. Yeah, man, my girl I fucking hate her, dog. Yeah, she don't trust you? Nah. Hey, you want to see this picture of this girl I've been texting? Goddamn. No wonder. What's wrong? Some dudes are like that, man. It's sad to say, but some dudes are fucking like that. I'm not like that, and I'm gonna try to steer my daughters away from that shit. Speaking of which, of daughters and kids and offspring, one of my dearest best friends, JB, who I've talked about on the podcast, who I still need to get on the podcast, but life is crazy for both of us. So he just had a baby today, dude, June 30th. His baby boy Colton. I hope I pronounced that right. That was very hard for me to do, Colton. I think I'm just gonna call him Colt 45. I hope mom and dad don't mind. But he's a little boy, first little boy in the group. I got 2 daughters. None of my friends have any kids, except a very close friend, Cody. He has a son that it's his girlfriend, his wife's son that she brought into the relationship, and Cody's just, I see him teaching the kid how to ride a bike, dude. Like, yeah, he's doing that father shit. He's a father, dude. Welcome to the hood, JB. Welcome to the hood, Cody. I don't think I congratulated you, Cody, but you're doing a good job, man. Just try to keep your head straight. It's fucking hard out there, bro. JB, congratulations, my friend. Welcome to hood. Fatherhood's a motherfucker, JB. So stay on your toes. Teach that boy right. Don't teach him the wrong ways. You teach him what doors we went through and tell him there ain't shit behind him, dog. Move along. Teach him to respect women. One thing I want to make clear here, and this goes out to my group of friends as well. I got 2 daughters, so if you guys have sons, my daughters are off limits. Okay, that goes off limits for any jokes, side comments, any distasteful remarks about my daughters. That goes from any remarks from your sons and or daughters, and from yourselves. If your mouths speak anything ill of my daughters, I will kill you. No, I won't kill you, but don't do that. My daughters are off limits. And if you have sons, teach them how to respect women. Because that little boy is eventually going to be interested in women. And if you let him disrespect my daughters and be a little dickhead, guess what? He's going to do the same shit out there, and it's going to get worse. Then you're not going to be able to stop it, and then you got to deal with your problem. So, let's just work together. Our kids can always be in contact. Our kids can have a lifestyle coming up together. But that's my only rule. My daughters are off limits. No jokes, no remarks, no attempts. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. No, but nothing bad. I don't talk about your kids. You don't talk about my kids. That's it. Kids are off limits. You raise them the way you want to. Don't tell me how to raise my daughters. I'll never tell you how to raise your sons. All I ask you is you raise them, the right way. The way that you see fit. And if you decide to do, a parenting that, or follow some parenting rule that I don't follow or I don't agree with, who gives a fuck? You're still my boy. There's nothing we're going to do that's going to be completely different. I doubt you're going to join a radical religion and change your whole lifestyle. There's nothing that's going to change. You might feed your kid healthy food. I might feed the girls McDonald's and shit. Fuck it. You ain't going to tell me shit, and I ain't going to tell you shit. And we good. We're going to have fun. Welcome to fatherhood. I'm so happy for you, man. You got your baby boy, little Colton. I struggle with the name, bro, but I'm working on it. But But again, JP, congratulations. My heart goes to your family. Congratulations to your mother, your father. I know the effort they put into having you as a child. You know, they wanted kids so bad, and they got you, and now they have a grandkid too. And that's fucking beautiful. And congratulations, Kaylee. It's amazing, your first son, your first child, dude. Now have a drink, dude. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy motherhood. It's not always fun. It's gonna be hard. You'll have your ups and downs. It's painful, I'm sure. But you got a good man next to you. You got a beautiful boy. So congratulations to you and your family, Kaylee, and your parents and your grandparents as well. Moving forward. I'm gonna light a stogie real quick. Alright, I'm gonna crack an egg of knowledge on your motherfucking head. We're gonna talk about personal finance today. Personal finance to me is something that I have always been around. I worked in banking for quite some time, and so it interests me when I do personal finance. And if you guys are on EDD, unemployment, and y'all cashing in on that $600 a week, I just want to break down the math to you guys, right? So you got $600 a week, right? We're going to times that times 4 weeks to equal that month, right? $2,400 a month divided by 160 hours, right? 40 hours per week, 4 times 4, 16, 160 hours, right? It's $15 an hour. $15 an hour. That's what we're getting. By we, I mean the people that are getting unemployment right now. That's just through that stimulus package, that $600 extra that people are getting. So, you know, if you're, let's say, that $600 times, you know, it's for 6 months. So what is that? 24 weeks, 25 weeks. What is 6 months times 4? 24 weeks. $14,400. Even, let's say, you're in the 73% tax bracket, right? You're getting a tax 27%. Excuse me. You're getting taxed 27%. You're still collecting $10,512 over a 6-month period. Now, everyone hears, you know, that $600 a week, it might sound extensive to them. But once you take it into reality, I mean, for 6 months you're getting $10,000. So in a year, you'd make $20,000. Nobody could live on that. So it is a help. It is a boost. You need to use that money wisely. Now, if you got to cover a nut, that's your nut, you know? You got to cut back on the petty shit. You really have to look at your personal finances, and you have to break it down to, okay, what is it that really you need to live on? You need. Truly, you need. If you smoke weed every day and you feel it is a priority in your life, you need to factor that into your budget. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be stupid about it. If you smoke cigarettes, if you drink alcohol, put money away for it then. At least you know where your dollar is going, and you can put a limit on it. It's still a passion, but you can limit it. You need to be honest with yourself. The biggest thing about personal finance is being honest. Break down how much you spend on gas per week. If it fluctuates, use a a rough average. Aside from being honest when you work through your personal finance, be realist. Don't put unexpected goals on you. Don't What people do with personal finance is they come up and say, I'm gonna put $1,000 away each month. Okay, I don't think that's being realistic. Shit happens. You're not always gonna be able to put 1,000 away. And when shit happens, it breaks up your fucking formula, it breaks up your routine, and you get all haywire. And you forget about what you're saving for. So don't think about how much you're trying to put into the bank account. Be realistic about your budget. Look at it, be honest. In fact, take everything into consideration. If you got children, you gotta pay for children. Put their shit into consideration. Forecast and use your fucking head when you sit down. Sit down and do your budget and really look at the next month and be like, shit, man, I got child 1, 2, and 3. I got birthdays coming up this month. I gotta put a little extra away for birthdays. So sorry, I can't put that 1,000 away. Okay, you gotta take that 100 out, 150 out to spend on birthdays. Then the following year, you can look back and be like, oh, okay, I spent 150. I'm gonna try to spend 150 again. That's it. And it might get less. You might need more, but it's a budget. That's the thing. It's flexible. It's your budget. It's your personal finance. But if you're not taking it serious, you're not being honest, you're not being realistic, don't even fucking try, because you're just gonna get disappointed in yourself. For reals. So remember that number, 10,512, right? So we got 10,512 just out of that $600 stimulus thing. So let's max out it. You do $450 per week, the maximum you can get from California unemployment, and let's multiply that times the 4. You're making $1,800, right? Plus the $2,400 that you were getting for your 600 per week. So you're at $4,200 per month, right? Now let's average, that 27% the government likes to take back. You're taking home $3,066. Now that's maxed out at $450 per week on unemployment, California unemployment, and the $600 that you get additionally, right? So you're taking home, $1,050 a week, right? Gross, not net. I'm sorry, you're not taking home, but you're grossing $1,050 a week. Now you got $3,066 in your bank account after you paid your taxes. Some of you won't pay your taxes on your EDD, UI insurance, your unemployment insurance. That's fine. It's like a loan, basically. You're going to have to pay it back eventually when you claim at the end of the year. So think of it, keep that in mind when you're doing your taxes, and when you're setting all that up, make sure you keep that in mind, that if you didn't take out your taxes on a weekly basis, then you're gonna have to pay at the end of the year. But if you're struggling, I completely understand. So if you're able to pay your taxes, it's a little better for you, in my opinion. So you don't have to worry about that shit at the end of the year. So we're at $3,066 you take home, right? Let's minus what the fuck is rent now? I'm gonna go low budget, man. $2,000, right? At your rent. So you're down to $1,066. Now you drive to work. You have a semi decent car. You spend about $40 per week. That's $160 per month, right? So we take that out. You're down to $906 now. We take out your phone bill. It's about $120. Let's say. Let's take out your car insurance at about $150. So your car, your phone, let's say utilities is about $200. You're down to about $436 if you're strictly on unemployment and not having any other income coming in. That's tough. Don't forget, you gotta eat. On average, a family spends about $200 every 2 weeks. So I'm really stretching this out to a month here at about $100 every 2 weeks. So you're at about $236 right now. You paid your gas, you paid your utilities, you got some groceries, you paid your rent, obviously. You got $236. That's not a lot of money. We're gonna break that down, alright? 4 weeks, you got about $60 per week to spend. $60 per week. Divide that by, let's say, 5 working days. You got about $12 to spend a day. Some of you like to eat out. That shit will add up. That $12 that you have a day, it's gonna go really fast if you're not careful. So you can bump up those amounts by cutting back, looking at your insurance, seeing if you can cut back somewhere. Get a quote. Quotes are fucking free. They might hassle you a little bit. Big fucking deal. You're trying to make progress in your life. That's without a car payment too. I totally forgot about a car payment. So obviously you'll be upside down with the car payment, and it'll be tough. So there's things you have to be very realistic about, and those lavish things that you might really take for granted about eating out or going out or spending money drinking or spending money on weed or spending money on a hobby that you should be saving your money. You gotta be careful. It's very dangerous, and if you're able to make a good living off of it, you can if you cut back and you're honest. That's it. You gotta be honest and you gotta be a realist, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think my math was wrong on how much I did for the, what did I do? 14,000. Yeah, you see, it's $600. So if you're getting $600 a week, times 26 weeks, which is I think half of a year, 26 weeks, you'll get about 15,600. I'm just not sure how the EDD breaks it down. I could be off by like $1,000, but regardless, that's over the full 6 month period. So you're not even you might not even you're not even gonna see that full amount, is what I'm saying. Because obviously everyday expenses and your budgeting and making sure you're trying to stay within your means is big. So, keep in mind that the budget I just threw out, really just off the top of my head, did not include any car payment, any credit card payments, any personal loans, anything like that. So it's tough for a lot of people right now. It's hard, but it can get better. You can work on it. It's simple math. If you need help, reach out. I don't mind helping. And I'm very honest, and I'll be honest about my own personal finance. I won't be honest on the podcast, but if you reach out and you want some advice, I can tell you what I've been through or what I've seen that works and doesn't work. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This was my little segment on personal finance. So I hope you guys tune in to the next episode of the Everyday Guy podcast. I'm going to have a 4th of July episode, so it should be a lot of fun. Alright, I'll see you guys later.